Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Potsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. Um, Today, we are working on the 24th segment of the dissertation of the 27th chapter of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the 24th chapter of the Book of Zion. And this And we begin today with Isaiah 9:18 and 19, which is Zion 24:31, 30 and 31. For wickedness burns as fire. It shall devour the briars and thorns, and shall kindle in the thickets of the forest, and they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Our faces will all gather darkness, because even as we tumble around in our anti-gravity dome, um, we will know that outside the fire rages, the earth is being cleansed of all the wicked who rejected the gray and refused to believe them and to shelter. They will be dying a very painful death, destined to be bound to the earth as plants. We, knowing this, will mourn, feeling the loss of life. Because empaths can feel the death of others, and the sheer number of deaths will be overwhelming. Our bodies will be tossed around like bouncing balls unless we can figure out something. Even as our hearts and minds hear and feel the painful loss of life taking place beyond the walls of Zion and other arcs around the world, it will be a very dark day on the earth. 9:19. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be fuel of fire. No man shall spare his brother. The Lord of hosts, the Gray, told us long ago that we must safeguard life on earth. We had to follow laws to ensure our survival. If we violated those laws, we would suffer from the curse that we now face. It is the wrath of God. We were warned long ago to keep the laws of Moses, or to be cursed by it. We are now cursed by it. We let greed and corruption destroy us. We did this to ourselves. The threefold God warned us. We didn't listen. We fooled ourselves into believing that we didn't have to keep the laws of Moses, but we were wrong. And now, it's way too late. We have created a ticking time bomb. The combustible elements of our atmosphere are building up, and it will explode. Physics demands it. Karma requires it, and we have already set it in motion. No amount of money or science can save us. Tick tock, tick tock, the clock is ticking. And this verse reaffirms that no one outside of the caves and shelters will survive. They will all burn. No one can spare another. All will be burnt to ash and bones. We must prepare. And I don't want to be burned. I want to burn everlasting burnings in my sacred pipes and bowls. No one who rejects my warnings will survive the firestorm. Lamentations 2:8, Zion 24:32. The Lord hath prepared to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion. Rihanna is my daughter. She is a gray. She will be here on earth before the impact. Her shelter, with its wall, will be destroyed along with everything else on the surface. She won't take up space in the mountain, so her housing unit's wall will be part of the destruction. Zephaniah 1:2, Zion 24:33. I will utterly consume all things off the land, saith the Lord. Fire, fire, everywhere. All will be consumed. No one, not a thing will remain. I can't say it enough. We must dig in. We must create a safe place to be when the fire devours our world. Don't be fuel for the fire. Don't reject the truth. God is here. Don't wait for a ghost, because you will be a ghost if you don't. Isaiah 64, 9, 10, and 11. Zion 24, 34, and 35. The holy city is a wilderness. Zion is a wilderness. Jerusalem, a desolation. When the prophets say everything everywhere, they mean it. Not even the holy city of Zion is left. And the ancient holy city of Jerusalem is a desolation. Nothing remains. This society is gone. Only the monuments remain, like Mount Rushmore and the pyramids, the Great Wall. Those may survive the fire. But will they survive the impact? We will have to see. But the firestorm will burn everything everywhere. Zion and Israel too. Our holy and our beautiful house, where our fathers praised thee, is burnt up with fire, and all our pleasant things are laid waste. Total loss. Nothing is exempt from this fire. Not even the Dome of the Rock or Calvary can withstand the heat. The Vatican, gone. Churches, temples, mosques, synagogues, and stupas. All shrines, all places of worship, burnt. Everything we have built, everything that we know, gone, poof, in a huge planetary fireball. Total annihilation. Total devastation. All our history gone. Micah 1:3, Zion 24:36. For behold, the Lord cometh forth out of his place, and will come down and tread upon the high places of the earth. When we come out of our mountains, we will be in what we now call the high places. When the firestorm hits, it will melt all the ice. The sea level will be at its highest. No low ground will remain. The sea would rise 70 meters, or 230 feet. Only the foothills and the mountains will remain, the high ground. And everyone opposing the grave would also be gone. So the aliens will come down and tread on our high ground. The only reason we haven't made first contact yet is because the government opposes the alien presence and actively prevents interactions between gray and human. With the stupid people gone, the galactic representatives will come to help us rebuild. The world we build will be a galactic world. There won't be any isolation for us. We will be fully integrated into the larger universal society. We will build a spaceport, we will build the temples and the council chambers, and the aliens will be there at our side. A new world, a world that is part of a much larger society. Okay. Star Trek, here we come. Malachi 4, 1-6. Zion 24, 37-42. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. This verse is the edict of the threefold God. This day of the firestorm, it is the final judgment of the society. Most of the 2/3 that are to be burnt up are the wicked, many of which will have been rejected by the grave. Final judgment is set by the parameters of justice. Those who are unjust are rejected at the gates. They will fry, being found too wicked to adjust to the true law, the threefold God's laws. The 2/3 aren't just the people who rejected God. They aren't just idol worshippers. They are the people who have no true moral core. They truly believe that they are good people, even though they do evil things. These people who can't see the wrong that they do are not able to change because they are convinced that they are right and that they can do no wrong. These people are the rejects. They will not be accepted in Zion or any of the other mountain arcs. The firestorm will leave them totally without prodigy, neither root nor branch. They are stubble, burnt up in the fire, soon to be forgotten. We won't remember this society after a few generations, and with all of the evidence burnt to nothing, nothing of them will remain. But the roots and the branches of their former lives will be gone forever, replaced by literal roots and branches. They will be the plants under our feet. They will be the food that we eat. Their souls will be bound to the earth. Sentience, like ours, is earned. Those who burn will have been found too guilty to evolve further, so they will be reborn as plants, their former ascension forever beyond them. So judgment goes like this. 1. If you do drugs, you're righteous enough to serve as priests or as righteous citizens of Zion, the nation. 2. If you accept the priests of Zion, you are a convert, saved and righteous, heirs to the new age of humanity, the age of Zion. 3. If you reject the gray as God, you are found guilty. 4. If you refuse to give up money, you are guilty. 5. If you are found to be immoral in deed or thought, you are guilty. 6. If you are guilty, you are not allowed into the ark. 7. If you survive the firestorm, you will abide by intergalactic law. All ascending souls are mobile. It takes mobility to evolve. Once a soul has been bound to the earth, it is no longer able to affect reality and can therefore no longer ascend. So for a soul to be bound to the earth means it can only reincarnate as a plant. It can't move, so it can't choose where to be born. An ascending soul moves from one form to another. It chooses its embodiment. This is a karmic choice. Its options are determined by past deeds and future needs. Each soul must choose to become either a being of light and good or a being of dark and or evil. When a soul has chosen the dark, it is bound to the earth as matter. Its descension will not begin until the earth that binds it is destroyed. Then those souls will migrate to the dark regions of space. Dark energy is on a lower frequency. Its vibrations on our plane is so slow that it becomes solid and inert. If we lived on a dark or evil world, this would be the reversed. Beings evolving into light would be bound into solid form until their physical light would be destroyed by evolution of the planet. Here, in our world of light, dark energy is bound into matter. So the wicked, the hypocrites, the idol worshippers, and the fools will be rejected or will reject the gray. This will determine their final fate. Their souls will be cut off from the path of ascension. They will be bound not to their heritage as ascending beings with families alive to remember them, but to the earth herself. Their being judged as fallen will be reborn into the lowest form, the plant kingdom, bound forever to the earth. And that is where I'm going to end for this session. I will take up where I left next time. And until then, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, keep you from all harm, and teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. Let your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Be the joy, my people. Stay happy and high. Know that I love you. We'll soon be together later, because I'll never say goodbye.